Happy Wednesday! In honor of our new game, Fields, launching, we're recording a series of solve videos. So hopefully these help you get started with solving fields. So here's Wednesday's puzzle. We're starting to get a bit more difficult. I see this puzzle is, a 7 by 7, and it looks almost empty to me. There's a lot of white cells. There's only one blue cell. Where do I go from here? Don't worry. We just start slow. Let's start with our single cells are small fields. So this is going to be a field of 1. That's easy. It's already green. Let's block off every cell that's adjacent to it with blue, because we know that we cannot have a green cell adjacent to it. Otherwise, the field would be too big. Let's do the same thing down here just to get started. Cool. The next thing I'm going to do is look for any orphaned cells. So cells that we know need to connect to another field, but we don't yet necessarily know where or how they're going to connect. And I see one right away, which is this blue cell down here. It needs to grow. It needs to connect to a numbered field, and the only way it can grow is left. So I know that that's going to be blue. In doing so, I orphaned this 3 down here. This cell needs to connect to 2 other green cells. And right now what I realize is I can only grow to the left. Whoops. And again, to get to my 3, I can only grow left. So I've now finished this field of 3. So I'm going to block off in blue any cells that are adjacent to that field of 3, because I don't want to connect 2 fields. In doing so, now I have an orphaned blue cell that needs to grow, and it can only grow up so it can connect to another field. And this one as well, this 3, needs to connect to another field. It needs to grow to be 3 cells, and it can only grow up. It could now grow up or left. I don't know which way it's going to grow yet. But one thing I do know is if it has to grow up or left, regardless, this cell is going to be blue, because if this one was green, it would have to be blue, or if this one is green, it would have to be blue. So I have a little bit of information from there, even though I don't know which direction this is going to grow. Let's see, what else is happening on this board? There's 2 green 5s, and they're only separated by 1 cell. And when 2 fields of the same color are only 1 cell apart, we know that we need a buffer in between them. So if this was green, that would be one mess of a field with 2 numbers, which is not allowed. But if this is blue, it separates them. In doing so, I know that that blue needs to grow in a direction to connect to another numbered field. So we're going to grow it to the right. This green 5 also needs to grow. So we're going to grow this to the right, the only possible option. This one could grow to the right or down, so we still don't know what's happening there, but let's go back to this 5 up here. I need 5 cells. The only direction to grow is, again, to the right. And now the only direction to grow is down. So now we're at 4 cells. I could grow to the right. Oh, no, I can't, because that would isolate this cell. So in fact, I know I need to grow down. That 5 is now complete. So let's blue out every cell that touches that 5. Fabulous. Let's go back over here. These blue cells need to connect to something. I have a feeling that, well, actually we know there's only 1 blue number on this board, and so every blue cell is ultimately going to connect back to this 24 somehow. There's going to be 24 blue cells on the board, and they're all going to be connected orthogonally. But for now, let's just grow this down. As a result, we know this 5 needs to grow, so it's going to have to come, whoops, down, down, down. And now I reach a decision point. Do I grow it down or right? And what I see is I actually need to grow it down, because if I grew it right, I would isolate that 24 from all those other blue cells. So this is going to go down. This now comes up. Now this 3 must come up, and that 3 is complete. So let's blue the border. Let's see what's left. We have to finish out the 24, and I'm too lazy to count how many we have right now, and we've got a 7 that needs to go. So let's see. The blue has to come to the right in order to connect it to these other blue cells. There we go. And let's just see, how many cells do we have left? So if there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 cells left. I need a field of 7, which means 6 more green. So 2 of these are going to be blue, and the rest of them are going to be green. If only 2 can be blue, and what I also know is that all the blues have to connect, then I have to hurry up and connect this one and this one to the other blues to make it feasible. So this one has to be blue and this one has to be blue so that they all connect orthogonally, because I'm going to make the rest of these green to finish the puzzle. Happy solving, and I hope you all enjoy this new game.